Hey YouTube, I wanted to put some content out there with hopes that it'll help someone else out, because I certainly was struggling to get some information and find solutions. It's related to a recall notice that Ford issued 21S32. In this notice, they talk about a toe link, that the rear toe links that have to be replaced under certain, I guess that came from certain manufacturer, from a certain manufacturing plant in the States. I've got a 2015 Ford Explorer Limited. It's got 76,000 kilometers on it, so not a whole lot of miles. But nonetheless, again, this content is to help anyone else, because I'm not sure if Ford is trying to cover something up or if it's an honest mistake by the dealership, my local dealership in Ottawa, Ontario. So the recall work, I got the notice last year in May, I believe it was 2022. I had the work done. Everything was fine, and in this recall notice, they actually have a 6-month limitation that says if there's a knocking noise subsequent to the recall work being done, bring it back, and they have to replace the entire knuckle, the wheel hub, and all the bolts and nuts and bits and pieces. And so a couple months ago, I hear this knocking noise, and of course, my thought is that it's related to the recall work. Unfortunately, the knocking noise occurred well after the 6 months limitation from when the recall notice was recall work was done. So what ended up happening is I took it to Ford and said, hey, this is the knocking noise. Make sure or confirm that that's the issue. They ended up giving me a report after inspecting this knocking noise, and this is what they advised. Both bushings for rear toe links on spindles are seized and making a loud noise. Okay, $3,000 to repair. New hub, new knuckle, all of the bits and pieces. Anyway, that's a lot of money. So I said there's got to be a better way. So I bought a bushing kit. I got all the tools to replace the bushings. But when I took apart took off the knuckle, there it is there, and you can find lots of information online about how to remove the knuckle and replacing the shocks and bits and pieces. It's pretty straightforward, a few nuts and bolts and a little bit of muscle to get it done. Anyway, when I took the knuckle off, there's a toe link. This is the toe link that fits into that spot there. And what I found is it was flapping in the breeze like that. So my first thought, is okay, they didn't tighten the nut, or the bolt rather. And it's actually a cage nut inside the subframe. And when I took the bolts out, what's happened is the nut has actually come loose from its weld. So how did the Ford dealership get this so wrong? Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to try and have a discussion with them. I'll post an update when I get a chance to see what the resolution is. But again, this content is just to provide information. If there's this knocking noise that does come about due to this recall notice work being done, this could be a potential issue. I didn't see online. There's other posts where somebody else had the exact same vehicle as mine, and same thing. They over-torqued the nut, the dealership, and they've, didn't follow specs and something happened. Or Ford is trying to cover this up because they know it's an issue. Anyways, hope it helps, and we'll see you out there.